It's Saturday night and welcome to Painted Dog TV's Animal World Live. That's great. Hello, and we've got a special guest joining us all the way from Japan. Oh no, she's not. She's sitting next to me. Hi, Yuka.
Hi guys. I actually didn't make it to Japan, so I'm still here, right here next to Brent.
I'm very happy. I don't like it when Yuka goes away for too long. And she's got lots of work to do. So yes, unfortunately, fortunately, unfortunately, from my point of view, fortunately, from Yuka's point of view. Unfortunately. Yuka is not in Japan yet, but she will be going
next month.
Hopefully.
May, not hopefully, I'm really going home in May.
But I've got a safari book for you in May.
No, you don't.
I just got a message today.
Then I'm saying I'm not going home. The sad thing is I started eating all my Japanese food left here, so now I have no stock. So.
But she never shares. She doesn't share the Japanese food.
It's too precious to share with you guys. Just saying.
That's how much she loves us. Not at all.
Anyway, I'm happy to talk to you guys now tonight, so I'm glad I'm here.
Welcome, Catherine, Cookie, Ian. Who else is here? Oh, I see Cookie. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out how to use this machine. I haven't used this machine in so long.
Why do you want to hold it this way?
I don't know. This is normally your machine.
There you go.
But anyway, welcome to everyone who's joined us. We're going to be chatting about lions. So the reason we decided to chat about lions today is because 2 years ago, I was pulling a lion by its tail so it didn't run off a cliff. True story. Those boys are a little bit bigger than they were then, but we'll get to that a little bit later in the show. Of course, we have live cams starting up, and it's been really busy on the live cams. And Yuka, you're very happy.
I'm very, very happy.
Yuka doesn't have to go through all the live cam footage
Very
anymore.
happy.
And you're going to be meeting the person who now goes through the live cam footage. And just to keep everyone updated, our patrons, our subscribers, that the opportunity for you to be able to go through that live cam footage is on its way. We're just trying to figure out the best system that... What should I say here? What is the best system?
Yeah, it's Dina's.
Dina's on it. Let's just say Dina's on it. And then for...
Service up last night, actually.
Oh, we got the servers for it up last night, so that's going to be coming quite soon. We've also got some other very exciting news when it comes to live cams, but that's going to be later. Let's get into what's been out and about on the live cams this last 2 weeks. Oh, it's a baby.
Cuties.
No.
Just a bunch of them.
Is it a baby? No, it's not a baby. It's an adult Dwarf Mongoose. Now, of course, for those of you who don't know, right behind us here, this camera is less than 5 meters from us.
Oh, look at that. Cute.
And keeping a watch out.
Checking around.
Wow. Oh, itchy bum. Oh, itchy something else. And then, look at this. Isn't this actually incredible? So this is what makes Dwarf Mongooses so special, is the social interactions between the mongoose. Oh, someone likes the camera. Vim, we're going to go clean the lens after that. There's mongoose saliva all over the lens. Now, look at all of this. Now, so this with Dwarf Mongooses is actually very, very, very cool. And it is the mainstay of their social interactions. So when most other species fight it out, Dwarf Mongooses love it out. Who can be the most loving, become the alpha pair? Oh, why are we scratching camera lenses? That's a naughty mongoose. Now, of course, these mongoose drive Chloa and Juno mad in the garden when they see them.
It's so cute.
Oh.
It's right here from the camera.
There we go. Let's scratch the camera again. Vim, are they leaving scratch marks on your camera? Are they scratching the lens?
Checked, but I know the small Sony has a scratch on.
Yes, I know the small Sony got scratched by Dwarf Mongoose. Isn't that cool? So awesome to catch up with him. Someone was asking about, Ian was asking, Yuka, have you finished all your Japanese sweets?
Yes, sweets.
I've never had a Japanese sweet.
Because I don't share my Japanese sweets.
I'm gonna stop sharing everything else as well.
I even keep all my Japanese food away from the food storage for the house and in my room in a pink box in my cabinet.
And for someone who doesn't like pink, Yuka's got a lot of pink stuff.
But next month I'm going to get more stock.
So are you going to share some Japanese
Yeah,
sweets?
when I get back, promise you, I will share.
Oh, I don't know if I believe it.
We'll see. But I do have a teriyaki chips that we can get in South Africa. So just...
No, that doesn't count. I want stuff from Japan.
I know, it's not the same thing. But yeah, Haida boy, yeah, teriyaki chicken flavor here, it's pretty good for the lay chips, I must just say.
Well, Ian says Japanese sweets are very yummy.
Yeah, very, very
I wouldn't
yummy.
know, Ian. Yuka doesn't share.
None of us.
Brian's looking sad. Vian's looking sad. Dylan's looking sad. Matthew's looking sad.
I bought the ticket. I, booked the PCR test, and I even went to the Joburg, but I couldn't fly out. The next time in May, I'll come back with sake, sweets, all
Ooh,
those stuff.
sake. I like sake.
So don't you worry.
Good hot sake. Okay, let's see what was next on the live cams. Oh, back at Critic Cam. It's the rock monitor.
Big. Such a fatty.
Yeah. Hopefully he hasn't eaten the mongoose babies, because he will. They love their tongue. Just getting out there, checking the scent of what's around.
Oh.
They're going to start getting more and more lethargic as we get cooler.
Yeah, cool. Look at the hands and the crows.
Yeah, they've got incredible claws. Now, I mean, that's how they can climb up vertical walls and up trees, etc.
Yeah.
So, and you can even see how the grass is starting to change at Criticam. It's amazing. It's been it was about 3 days. All of a sudden the grass started turning yellow. It's got quite a lot colder in the mornings. We're wearing jackets. Yuka wears a pink blanket.
It's not pink, it's a purplish.
It's pink. It's bright pink.
It is pink, actually.
I wear a bright orange blanket, so I can't really talk.
Exactly.
But yes, we've even started wearing our leg blankies in the morning.
I love the feeling that since the seasonal changes, though.
It's one of
really
my
nice.
favorite times of the year. Okay, let's see what else has been on the Criticams. Oh, we need to go clean that cam tomorrow, Yuka.
I did today.
Oh, did you clean it today? Oh, well done. Pryden's Ellie cam, always a treat.
Well, actually, not me. That might.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your pet.
No. Where is he now? Oh.
He's hiding over there. Well, we'll get
No, not that one.
the other one, Matthew.
The other one.
Oh, the special guest.
Yeah, because I have a phobia for the electrical fence. I couldn't touch it, so I made him do it.
Yuka's even scared of opening the gate. I did not know that. Apparently, men see pink or colours at much greater vibrance than women do.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Neither.
Oh, who is that? It's Dex.
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's just got a new collar as well.
Oh,
They
really?
replaced Dex's
It was
collar in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Ian, I would guess that monitor lizards, if they got old enough, would get arthritic conditions. But I think, as most things out in the bush, get eaten before they get arthritic. Oh, now, one of the other wonderful things about the change of season is that the live cams are going to start becoming much busier as everything dries out.
Look at
Moth.
Dylan's reaction.
What is he reacting at?
More videos.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Because but so they're going to become a lot busier, and we're going to start seeing possibly, hopefully, some more very interesting things. And we have seen some treats on the live cams over the last dry season. So I'm expecting this dry season to be even busier. What's next? Ah, it's a weenie. I could actually see him. We were in the car, weren't we, when he came up to the live cam? Yes. Oh, you weren't with me. Charles was with me. When we had Izzle drinking right in front of the live cam. Oh, we've got bats flying around us as well.
Yeah, it's living in somewhere here.
It's going to get stuck in your hair, Yuka.
And poop on my hair.
Of course. Indeed, Catherine, Izzle has got huge tusks. He is one of the only, I think there's estimated to be about 40 super tuskers in Africa. Now, a super tusker is an elephant that has tusks of over 45 kilograms a side or 100 pounds a side. So very, very few of them left around. We're lucky in the APNR, the Greater Kruger, I think there are 3. There's Izzle, one called Kilimanjaro, and I've forgotten the other one's name. The other 2 are in southern Thorny Bush, southern Timbavati. Seems to be hanging out in Thorny Bush, that one called Kilimanjaro. But he's got 2 names. So. He's got a collar as well, though.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Hi, Toby. Thanks for joining. As I said, you can see the grass changing. Yeah. And what's happening is all the little pans and water holes are drying up, and a lot of the animals are being pushed onto the permanent water. So, as I said, we're going to see a lot more elephants on the Pridelands cams, and hopefully we'll start seeing a lot more lion and cheetah on the Rietspruit cams. It's Susan's herd. It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the matriarch from Susan's herd.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, there's a little baby. Let's see if we can spot Susan. Hi, Vicky. There's Susan. There's Susan off to the left. Coming around now.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, there's Susan. No, that's not Susan. Yeah, it is Susan. Yeah. I'm trying to look at the tusk.
I think so.
Yeah, that is Susan.
And the 2 babies.
Yeah, and the 2 little babies. Hi, Rosalind. Here we go. Always wonderful. On the move. And then the teenage boy hanging back so he doesn't get shouted at and chased. Awesome.
Cute.
It's so awesome to have so many elephants. I mean, Pridelands is full of it. We had a herd, I'd guess, of 70 elephants on safari this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was incredible, including our Pinky.
No way.
Yeah, we had the albino.
I still haven't seen him.
You weren't with us.
It was in the sight, but I didn't see. Brian saw it.
Well, we saw him this morning. He was at Leopard Dam having a drink.
Oh my word! I still have to look for it.
I think Cookie was with us this morning when we saw Pinky and another 70 plus elephants.
Sure.
But the wind today, they were all nervous, and that wind, they at least really don't like the wind.
Yeah, very windy today.
Okay, let's see what's next. It's our sleepy friend. We saw him this morning as well on safari.
What a good safari this morning.
It was. Vimpy, yes, well, I don't know if the albino has got a name. We just started calling him Pinky.
You like making names.
Yes. So, well, we haven't named him.
No, I don't know how to call him.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got a name like number 47.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a code.
Yeah, he has a code.
Yeah.
But we've been seeing a lot of him on the virtual safaris. Nice big Rhino bull. And he's sort of been sleeping outside the house for the last week. Every time we drive out, he's there just.
So
and he doesn't like to get up in the morning. Rhino's in the cold. He only gets up at about 8. 8:30, he decides it's time to start moving.
And he's very playful. He sometimes just do all these weird sort of things. He also did that to me once.
We had him
like
jumping up and down and chasing impala.
So crazy.
Yeah. Getting into his prime. Okay, what have we got next? I'm pretty sure there's one that I'm quite excited about. Yeah, this is the one I've been waiting for.
How did you know about this?
Well, because I heard about it and I was tracking them and I saw where their tracks were, so I knew. So this is the Baluli North Bank of wild dogs that we got on live drive last weekend and have been around quite a bit. Well, there we go. Everyone says we shall call the Rhino George. Okay, George it is.
Is it?
We shall name our resident Rhino George. So really, really exciting to have this pack of wild dogs around. They were with us for about 10 days in total, and we did get to spend some awesome time. Hi, Josie.
That's game, no?
Josie wants to know, love all the music that you play. What is it and how do you get it, please? Liam, how do they get the music?
We go in barter and artless.
So we get our music off a whole bunch of different subscriptions that we pay for, where we can actually use the music for production. But I think at the end of the credits of most things, the name of the artist is there. No.
Not for this show.
Not for this show.
But at the end of our Tale and stuff. Yeah.
But the end of Tale of Two Mothers, Safari with Brent, Pridelands, that it is there. Yes, puppies, indeed. Happy Easter to you too,
Happy
Sharon.
Easter.
I did buy everyone Easter eggs today, did you see?
I saw.
If we have Easter eggs.
We even had Easter eggs from the last month.
I know. Well, they're just there as I'm going out of the shop, so I just buy the big box.
Good for us. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm pretty sure I set cell phones on silent, Yuka.
Sorry. There you go.
What should we do to Yuka?
No. Stop, guys. It's all good.
What do you think?
Good.
Someone get me some elephant poo and I'll put it on her head. No, Catherine, we have not coloured any eggs or whatnot. We literally have a box of marshmallow eggs. That's about the sum total of our Easter eggs.
It's so yummy though. Can't stop.
Okay, what's next on the live cams after the puppies? Oh, Slender.
Of course, this has to be one here.
Yes, of course. I've actually seen it in the garden chasing squirrels. Hunting squirrels.
That's so cool.
Not so long ago. Oh, they're so cute. Vim must be very happy with that one. And Vim's favorite, yellow mongooses and slender mongooses. Cookie, no chocolate eggs. Just marshmallow eggs for us.
Maybe. It's coming.
Did you buy chocolate eggs today?
No.
I was the only one who went to town today. With
I thought
Dylan.
maybe on the next town trip you'll get some. Okay, I was wishing too much. I will eat the marshmallows.
When I get my Japanese food, you can have chocolate eggs.
Good deal.
Sian, Criticam, is Criticam live? No, it's not. So Criticam is a static camera we have in the garden that doesn't stream live. It just records movement when an animal comes past.
But we share cool ones with you guys here, so you guys are not missing out.
Tony, yes, we did record. I'm sure that when the hyenas, the elephants visited a hyena den, it was recorded. It is on the server somewhere, I'm guessing.
Was it last week? I think you showed it on the show.
This morning.
Apparently they were there this morning again, the Ellies.
No, we had the clips today, no?
Oh, it might be still coming. Or might have been last one. What's next? This den has been such a treat. Now, then we've got more den after this.
No, that's the only one. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one more.
Okay, well then I'll save my announcement for later. Oh, hello pig and an elephant. Warthog and elephant visiting the den. So it is incredible that, hyenas will often share their dens with warthog and with porcupines and even bats, as we saw at our last den camera. This den seems to be Mostly hyenas though, not as sort of
Porcupine.
no porcupines. And what else did we have come out of those other ones?
I haven't heard of
Oh, we had lots.
porcupine and a warthog.
Warthog. We had genet come out of the one hole once, and there were bats that lived in the one.
Was it art park as well, no?
Yes, but that was just walking past the den.
Okay.
He wasn't living at the den. Exactly, Vicky. We can't have an Easter egg hunt because the baboons will steal them.
And the monkeys and everything.
Julie says giraffes been with the
Really?
den. Yeah, and so there's a lot of stuff that
wow.
moves through.
That's cool.
Okay, what do we got next?
That's it.
Oh no, then let's go back to I thought we had one more hyena.
No, that's it.
Well, I want one with the hyenas. Can we have the hyenas back?
You can put one. It's very short though.
Okay, so we've got a big thank you to our incredible viewers, Julie in particular, who spearheaded upgrading the hyena den cam. So now Dean has managed to sort out the software because we've decided to get very fancy, so fancy, at the hyena den. So how many cameras are?
We will between 2 and 3.
Between 2 and 3 cameras.
Depends on the power budget.
Depends on the power budget. So obviously the biggest challenge about having cameras out in the middle of the bush, strangely enough, getting internet to them, we can sort of figure out. It's powering them. So to power 3 cameras, we need massive solar panels. And that solar panel, I think, is almost as wide as this whole wall behind me. Our new solar panel for the hyena den. So massive solar panel. And what that is going to be able to do is power the 3 cameras. The one camera, it's a 360, but it's going to be a 180, correct? 180 degrees. And what's going to be really cool is that you will be able to choose where you're looking by just clicking and with your mouse. And you can zoom twice, I think. Sort of.
But difficult than YouTube gets though.
YouTube, YouTube, it's a bit difficult to zoom on. But you will be able to drag it around and have a look. So you can look in different places. Each person can look where they want to look. And then, on top of that, there's a very special camera, which is going to be a static camera, a starlight camera, which is a high ISO camera. So what that'll do is increase the nocturnal viewing tenfold. So it'll be much clearer. It works really, really well with little ambient light. And then the third camera,
All cams might be staying.
and then the current camera might just stay where it is. So
That's very cool.
So, I mean, that is a big thank you because obviously the funds raised to upgrade that whole site was raised by you and, as I said, spearheaded by Julie. So it's going to be really, really cool to have that capabilities at the den. So we're very, very excited about that. And Vim and the team will be putting it up this week coming. We can't give you an exact date because we've been testing it actually.
Solar panel stands is a bit.
Yes, we still need to have the solar panel stand made. But we've been testing it in the garden while we've been playing darts. So literally above our dartboard, we've had the 360 camera watching us and Dean playing around with that. So that's going to be very, 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 very cool. So we're quite excited about that.
Yeah, everybody's excited. That's
Yes,
awesome.
very exciting news to be
Yeah.
able to upgrade that camera. And hopefully we're going to get to see some incredible stuff. And you'll be able to see a bit more. And you'll be able to see more because you're going to be able to look around a little bit, and with the multiple camera angles we should be able to cover more of the den and make sure if the hyenas are up and about you'll be able to see them. Okay, now time to get to the big cats. I mean, Yuka, I think this lion could have fit your whole head in its mouth.
Maybe.
So this is a big male lion, and he's a Kruger lion. Not going to say how I came to have
Probably
and own
shouldn't.
this skull. But yeah, so he's actually from the Kruger, and I watched him for many years, and he actually got killed by another male lion, and then ripped apart by hyenas once he was dead. But he was part of a coalition of 4 many moons ago. And then I buried his skull so that ants could eat all the meat off it, so I didn't have to sit there and boil it. As I said, the reason we decided to do lions is that 2 years ago, we were pulling a male lion by its tail. And we've got a little highlight video of that very exciting day. As with all fenced reserves, even reserves such as Rietspruit that has large predators, there is a need to cull surplus herbivores for the health of the reserve, and one impala ram was used to entice the male lions out of the thickets so Pete Rogers from Provet could get the chance for a clear shot. That's the one on the left closest to us. Yeah. His bum is sticking through. Normally we would wait for the sedative to take full effect, but the lion wandered to the edge of a 15-meter cliff, and we had to jump into action to ensure he didn't go over. Some more, man. Not fully out, he woke while we were moving him, and again he moved in the wrong direction, teetering on the edge of the cliff. Fortunately, the drugs took effect and we were able to move him to safety. As soon as we were sure it was safe and the drugs had taken effect, we moved him well back and safely away from the edge of the precipice so Pete Rogers could begin his work. And after a few more false starts and hair-raising moments, we finally brought the lion under control. Finally down, we quickly set to work on adjusting his collar and checking on a small wound that he received in a fight with his brothers. These types of wounds are part and parcel of being a male lion and is nothing serious to the king of the beasts. This cat is in excellent health and has grown incredibly fast, which is why we had to dart him, because he had already outgrown his collar much faster than we had ever anticipated. The big cats of Leadwood all have tracking collars for the first 2 years after release to help the reserve's management keep an eye on them and ensure they don't wander into neighboring properties. With only about 20,000 wild lions left in the whole of Africa, and wildlife and wild spaces dwindling, smaller fenced reserves such as Rietspruit are becoming increasingly important in the conservation of wildlife. However, this brings in new challenges, and man management is needed to ensure the health of the reserve and the animals that live in it. Of course, this can be an inconvenience to the animals, but at the end of the day, the more areas protecting wildlife throughout the world, the better. under the gaze of his brothers, who were never more than 50 meters away during this whole ordeal, he very slowly and very unmajestically tried to gain his feet. Before, unsteadily, stumbling off to join them. He chose to recuperate close to them, taking comfort from their presence. With more and more farms converting back to wildlife and creating reserves like Rietsbred, the future of lions in this part of South Africa is safe for now. So 2 years ago, we were darting those male lions, and he wasn't hurt. What happened is he grew faster than everyone expected, and we had to readjust the collar. Of course, now that they're settled in the area, none of them have collars on anymore. So they are free roaming without collars. So you got to go track them to find them. And they can be quite naughty, those three boys. They followed me back to the car before, once I found them on foot. I know my dad has spent an uncomfortable 20 minutes when they stopped him going back to his car, and he threw his big clippers and he was making a road at them. They were quite young and curious now. They're now big boys, and obviously that's Bucket and BB and the four Niletti's four cubs' fathers. Well, one of them is. The bat keeps bombing in. It's behaving itself now. And so no, pulling a lion by its tail is fine. It is not like a domestic cat's tail, which is quite small and whatnot. A thick amount of muscle mass, as Africa's guy said. And you can really yank on their tail. And particularly having a saw tail going off a 25-meter cliff, the saw tail wins. 25-meter cliff would have definitely been worse. Jason, you definitely don't want to put your head next to a lion's head and listen to its breath. Their breath is putrid. They are foul beasts. They are smelly. They are not nearly as clean as they look in pictures. Lion's breath is not fun. There's only one thing that comes out of lion that's worse than its breath, and that's its flatulence. So yeah, very, very cool to be able to be part of that. I would also cry if a world without lions. And now, Yuka, lions are your favorites.
They are, definitely.
We've been struggling for lions a little bit.
Oh, we just saw one.
I heard, Lagatha.
Yeah, on my way to change the battery at the Rhino, then it's not a Lagatha, it's the size of how Lagatha was when we first found her. So I don't know what's the story with that one.
Another random young lioness.
Young one. So yeah, interesting. She was walking along, kind of looked like on a mission.
Okay.
And disappeared.
Very interesting. Rosalind, we have a lot of lions in our area. They just don't like to visit us. Or visit us where there's signal.
Yeah,
so the Ngati pride is our pride of lions, and Ngati means blood in Shangaan, and there are 9 adult females and 13 cubs. We're not exactly sure at the moment. So big pride of lions, and those 2 Masimvula males that came from the Timbavati.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're very pretty boys, but they've all been hanging out down in the northeast. Now we do see them when we're on Kwenga quite often, which is lovely. And however, there's no live signal on Kwenga yet. So when we do film them, it's filming non-live. Butterfly, no, we do not clean the lion's teeth when we're working on them. The vets do not clean them. They're pretty clean. I mean, there's obviously putrid bits of meat and whatnot stuck in there, but from use is why they stay so white and clean. Julie, we are working on Vim's magic dust to get signal down there. Trust us, I promise. It is very, very high on our list of priorities. Jan, I wish I was younger. I could actually be part of one of those teams. Well, of course, in the next 18 months or so, we're going to be launching our conservation safaris, where you might be able to come watch some of these things that are happening. But obviously, while the world is difficult to travel in, we've put those things on hold. But if you do have any interest in partaking in a conservation safari, just email travel@painteddog.tv. How old are those boys now?
You.
5.5, 6 years old. So coming into their prime, they are looking magnificent.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Julie. Now, Yuka, what is your favorite lion sighting you've ever had?
Sure, I don't know. I think there's two that I can't really choose which is the best. The one is actually in a Risploit. Remember when the cub went away from the mom and you were all worried when you did this whole bucket thing. And I had a sighting with the cub when they were with the fathers. Well, one of them a father and then the other boys. And that was the time I was there, and it was still so small, and that was very cool to see, like the cubs.
At Dam, when they're on the giraffe kill.
No, it was more closer to the big ditch in near the.
Oh, actually, I was there. I think.
Near the SAST.
Yes, I was there. That was the day we caught her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that night was the night we caught Bucket.
Yeah, so that was my favorite sighting for sure. Seeing that with the big, beautiful boys was something very special. Then the other one was in the Kruger hunting down on the Dagger boy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Oof, I got to say, probably my best lion experience is probably Bucket.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Holding a wild lion cub in your hands is quite something quite special. And calling her out of the bush. Ow, ow, ow. Ow.
Very cool trick.
Yes, it worked the other day as well. Lots of tricks. And then I think one of my best lion sightings, I must have been like 14 or 15 in Botswana. And I was being tracker for my dad up in the Kondo area. And we'd been sitting with this big pride of lions for an hour and a half, waiting for them to get ready to go hunting. And during dry season up there, they hunt buffalo like 3 times a week. And there was a male lion about 2 years old. And the whole pride was just sort of,
Yeah, snoozing.
And this honey badger
No way.
walks in. And the young male lion gets up. The rest of the lions sort of like lift their head and go, And he catches it. And now Botswana is very thick sand. But now he doesn't know what to do with it. Because this thing, a honey badger's got incredibly loose skin. It can sort of turn around and they make one hell of a noise. So he caught it and he just got his paw down on its knee. And he didn't know what to do. So every time he lifted his paw a little bit, this honey went, and he would put his foot down again like this.
I don't know what to do.
So after he had just held this honey badger, he didn't want to put his head near there to bite because this little mouth would come flying up. After about 20 minutes, the rest of the pride got up and started stretching.
Well, he's still holding down.
He's still got the honey badger.
That's fair.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thank you.
And the rest of the pride start walking away, and he's still got this honey badger. And you can almost see him going,
Am I going to go?
What have I done? What have I done? Oh no, what have I done? And then, I know lions don't count, whatnot, but you could almost see him sort of, now the rest of the pride are out of sight, and he's still got this honey badger. And it's now sort of, sun's just set, and he's like, so he sort of went, 1, 2, 3, and he pushed this honey badger right into the sand and jumped and ran, and this honey badger chased him for like another 100 meters, but obviously honey badgers are not actually that fast. But this lion was just running with this little honey badger tail up straight after him. So I think that was probably one of my best lion sightings.
So cool interaction.
Yeah, and then there's other stuff, but that's quite hectic. I've seen them hunt elephants, sort of 15, 16-year-old elephant bulls. It took about 6 hours for them to kill it. That was intense.
Yeah.
That was a lot of noise, dust, and funny things. But yeah, so I think those are my best things.
Yeah, sounds amazing to watch. Yeah.
Now, recently, we had some new pack members join us. And one of their first things they did was go track some lions on foot with me. That big pride. So who are we going to bring in first? Vim, who do you think we should bring in first?
Yeah, start with Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew. Yuka's just going to swap.
This is your mic.
Matthew.
Hello, hello.
Matthew, like most cameramen, doesn't like being on camera.
No.
Did you tell your parents?
I didn't tell them that I was going to be on camera, but I showed them the link and whatnot.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Are you blushing? Like, you're starting to blush really badly.
Probably am.
Sorry, I love it. I can't help myself.
Brian's just zooming in closer and closer.
Yeah. So, Matthew, tell us a bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to everyone out there in the world.
Yep, so I'm Matthew. I'm from Cape Town. I've been here just over a week now. Started filming sport and then sort of went from there, some TV, some film, music videos. And then, Brent sent out a job.
A job,
Yeah.
Put out a job for a cameraman.
Yeah, and then I saw it and I was like, work's low at the moment. Let's send through an email. And then, a few months later, here I am.
And this is your first sort of proper wildlife.
Yeah, I mean, been on a few safaris here and there, but I think this is the real bush.
Thank you, Dee. Okay, I'll stop being mean, guys. Everyone's telling me to be nicer to you. You should see what happens when the camera's off. No, I'm only joking, of course. Do you want to walk us through your first lion on foot encounter?
Yeah, so what was it? Must have been just a few days after I arrived. We'd been tracking that lion for maybe 20, 30 minutes, going around and around in circles. And eventually we were following it through a riverbed. And we went on foot for maybe about 5 minutes, just walking along the riverbed. And Brent following his tracks and sort of got to the bank of the riverbed and Brent said, okay, just be careful.
I think they're close.
They might be right up here. So I sort of just took out the camera and started filming. It's like, let's see what happens. And as we're going up the bank, Brent reaches the top and I'm just about at the top. And we hear this massive growl. And then Brent turns around and basically pushes me down the riverbank. And we sort of just tumbled down and then...
We not quite tumbled. We walked down.
Yeah.
But, so that was quite a scary one because I think it charged us from about 5-6 meters.
Yeah.
And we couldn't see them. The bush was so thick. That was what made it quite scary. And then even when we took the car around, we still couldn't see them. They were in such a big thicket. And there were 20 lions in this thicket that we could not see.
But we saw their tracks.
We could see their tracks and we heard them very, very vocally at very close. So that was quite fun. And then, you saw Pinky this morning?
Yep.
Pinky the elephant, the albino. And your first leopard sighting.
Yes, that was just a few days ago.
Pixie Pan's cubs.
Yeah, that was a lucky one, actually.
Yeah, that was a really nice, and she posed nicely for you. You got a good shot there on the long gun. What is it? So, if anyone's got any questions for Matthew, now is your time. Before we chase him away and bring in the next youngster. Jason says, good luck with everything and welcome to our happy family.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Butterfly says, nice to meet you, Matthew. Angie Katz, hello. Grumpy Old Man says it's better than filming your dogs at home. Thank you, Sharon. There's lots of highs. Tammy says she loves hearing the different versions of the stories from different people. Well, you're going to get a different version from, Catherine wants to know. Wimpy, I'll get your question now, Catherine. Wimpy is Vim's nephew and is also from the Cape Town region and wants to know, where did you go to school?
I went to school at Wynberg Boys High School.
He's at Paul Roos in Stellenbosch. Yeah. Africa Sky wants to know, did you study at uni or college?
No, I did not study. I worked with a few companies during high school. And then with that, I could apply for an internship my first year out of school. And then just sort of went from there. COVID, obviously. But then, just sort of went from there in freelancing and whatnot.
And then Well, Catherine wants to know what's it like to work with me.
I can tell you that I've worked for a lot worse. So,
not too bad.
you're good.
Rosalind, Matthew, how long have you been working with lions?
With lions? Well,
10 days.
yeah.
Mars 54. Matthew, how are you feeling about life in the bush? Is it something you could do long term?
Someone actually asked me this yesterday. And because I've never worked fully in the bush, I'm really considering it now. It's super enjoyable and I like it here, I'm comfortable. So yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes for now. But yeah, it's definitely something that I enjoy.
Aubrey wants to know what's your favorite animal in Africa?
The leopard.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Pam, Matthew has not gone through the eco training program. He's here as a cameraman. What's your most exciting experience so far from butterfly?
I think the lion is.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So, I think that's everything we've got for Matthew for now. We will force him into camera again in the not too distant future, of course. But we have someone else for you to meet, who you might be seeing in front of camera a bit more than Matthew, but you'll be seeing Matthew's wonderful handiwork from behind the camera. So let's meet Dylan.
Cool. Thanks.
Everyone says you're a professional both in front and behind camera.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hello, guys. So, yeah, my name is Dylan, and I've been assigned to Painted Dog TV as a placement from Eco Training. Yeah. So super happy to be here. It's a very, very cool vibe, and had very cool experiences so far already. My first wild dog sighting. So that was really cool. Yeah.
So Dylan is, as I said, he's been through his eco training placement, and you see he'll fit in well here because he's not wearing any shoes.
Yeah.
I'm wearing shoes for once. That doesn't happen often. There we go. He's barefoot today.
Sorry for that.
It's okay. So just tell everyone where you're from. What was your journey to end up here?
Yeah, so my origin is actually Portugal, but I was born and raised in Switzerland, in Zurich. And from there, I was going to school, I did my apprenticeship and everything, but from very little on, I knew that I want to work in a wilderness area with animals. And then at some stage, I picked up photography and I started to connect my photography to wildlife. And then the first time I was in Africa, that was in 2017, I think, in Uganda. And that's like...
And you'll see some of Dylan's pictures popping up.
Exactly, some of my images, yeah, exactly. So that actually was in the Mara in Kenya. So I did my first 3 months of eco training in Kenya. But so when I was in Uganda, that's when I realized I really want to work in Africa and get a hold there. So that's when I decided to do this eco training course and to become, just to really immerse myself into the African wilderness, yeah. Yeah, lovely snake holding by my mentor and teacher. Yeah. So yeah, photography is one of my biggest passions, definitely, yeah.
So we might let him take a picture or two. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, let's see.
So Dylan's very excited about star trails.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to do some beautiful star trails here, especially in the winter with like dead trees and stuff, and also to do some time lapses. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
And we're going to be rebooting Scientific Names Explained.
Yeah.
Hello, Bat.
Yeah.
And Dylan, it's going to be Dylan and Matthew's sort of pet project for the next while.
Yeah, exactly.
Scientific Names Explained. Well, thank you, Boo. So everyone's just saying welcome. Excellent photos.
Thank you very much.
Cat says cool tattoos.
Thank you very much.
Awesome photo of the sky. That's beautiful. And yeah, so hopefully in not too long, Dylan might be taking you on a virtual safari or two.
Yeah.
I think so for our patrons, that'll be quite soon. And between Yuka and I, we're making sure he behaves himself.
Yeah, I will. I promise.
Yes. So Yuka's quite happy. She doesn't have to change the tires on the Badger anymore.
No live cams.
That's Dylan's job.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Katie says, these boys look so young. How old are you?
Yeah, so I'm 23.
23.
But I look a lot younger than I actually am, I think. So people often say I'm like 18 or 19. So.
I was going with about 15.
Oh,
Somewhere there.
okay, now you're hurting me. Now you're
I don't
hurting
know if we are.
me. No, that's not nice, man. 15 is too much.
No, of course, we're only teasing. So Dylan's going to be with us for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then, well, that's the end of his eco training program. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, very cool is that how many languages can you speak?
So I speak fluently 4, and then Spanish is like sort of I understand maybe 80%, and I speak maybe 60%. Like I get along, but I wouldn't say I'm totally fluent in it. But so I speak French, I speak German, Portuguese, and English. Yeah.
What are the characters of the Twilight movies? The werewolf one. Dylan reminds me of the werewolf one.
Oh, really?
Jacob. There we go.
I didn't even watch that.
I was about to say, who the hell knew? And I realized Victoria was here. So she knows who Jacob is. Grumpy Man says, I have socks older than you.
Well, what can I say? Yeah, still a life ahead of me.
Yes. Yeah. Keeps us young, keeps us on our toes. Eddie Bell, is Wim still a cameraman with Painted Dog TV? Well, he is also, Wim is obviously the co-founder. He still does pick up the camera from time to time, but at the moment he's directing the show. So he's running all the tech and everything like that.
He's a magician.
He is a magician. And he says, don't forget to add Swiss German to that list.
Well, yeah, that's like a debate. So Swiss German, yes, it is very different to German. Like if I speak Swiss German, Germans won't really understand me. But I wouldn't quite say it's an actual language. I would say it's a very strong dialect that is just hard to understand. Yeah, we have a lot of unique words that they don't know. So it's somewhere in between there. It's like between a strong dialect and an actual language. I wouldn't call it a language, but yeah, it is like in a gray zone, sort of. Yeah.
Liz says, Brent, you now have puppies in your pack.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to read that one for me from your nephew, Wim.
This one, Dylan.
From Wimpy.
So it's German.
Read it out loud.
Okay, so he says, Dylan, das ist sehr interessant, mein Onkel kann auch Deutsch sprechen. So basically he says, Dylan, that's very interesting, my uncle can also speak German, which is true.
Yeah, can you speak German?
Yeah.
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 Now I'm shy.
Vicky says her ancestors come from Bern in Switzerland.
Oh, really? Yeah, Bern is cool. Cool city.
Eddie Belly wants to know, can you speak Afrikaans? Can you Afrikaans praat?
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I understand, like, I don't understand too much, but like when I read it, I can understand a lot because the word, like how you write it is very similar to how we write it. It's just your pronunciation is very different, and it's just it's.
So I mean, Dutch and Flemish are very similar, more so than German.
Yeah.
Josie says both these young gentlemen are impressive. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Well, there's Rosemary's from.
So she says, I'm from Schaffhausen, Zurich, and actually one of my best friends lives in Schaffhausen, and I've had some very, very good times there. So he's my best friend from the army, and he lives there, so I've been going there regularly, so I really like that place. Very cool place. Yeah.
Cookie, I speak lots of languages badly, not well. I can get by in a few. English, Afrikaans, Swahili are probably the only ones I'm actually still fluent.
Swahili is cool.
Fluent in. My Zulu and Shangaan is broken, to say the best. Rosalind would like to know, how long have you been a student?
So with eco training, basically I've been a student for 6 months. So I've started in the Mara in October for 3 months, and then I've come to South Africa. Before that I had some off time, went back home, and then I came here, and I was here for like 2.5 months, and now I'm here with Painted Dog TV. So yeah, pretty much 6 months I've been a student.
Andrew, how many ladies and gents do you have in our team? Looks like things are going well this side. We're getting there slowly. How many people do we have? So ladies, officially, permanently, 2. Lucy and Yuka. And then, gentlemen, how many do we have now? Charles, Vim, Brent, Brian, Dean, Matthew. No, 9. The pack is growing. Oh no, I've done something to this blooming thing. What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport? Yeesh, I don't know. Like, I have a lot of sports that I enjoy, but I have to say football, like soccer.
Yes.
It's definitely my favorite.
What did I tell you about soccer, football the other day?
He told me something that it's like not a real sport, or I don't know.
No, I said football is a game where you spend 90 minutes pretending to be hurt, and rugby is a sport when you spend 80 minutes pretending not to be hurt.
It's a good saying, but still, no, it's a cool sport. It's definitely passion. I actually miss it a lot. So back home I used to play a lot, but now other things to do.
Africa Sky, Lucy is our housekeeper. He looks after all of us.
Yeah.
So, yes, we forgot to do that to Yuka today. But, so Ellie Bailey says, when in South Africa, you have to mimic some animals. What can you do?
Mimic animals?
Yeah.
What is that?
Impala alarm calling.
Impala alarm call. Yeah, it's not the best. I'm not the best.
Ow. 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 You need that ow to the lion to get them to respond.
I still need to practice a bit more.
Okay, leopard.
Oh, I can't do that. Well, I haven't heard it live, so that's why.
Have you not heard it live yet? I will have to change that.
That's the thing. Not
there
yet.
you go. Yuka, come quickly. Come, Yuka. No, but the mic's over here, Yuka. Yuka's best.
No, you gotta go a little bit.
You gotta go to the mic.
Oh, for the wild dog.
Yuka's best impression is, no, don't run away, is a wild dog contact call, which we found out by accident when it was her turn to cook. And she had to, because normally I just bellow food at everyone to come eat. And then Yuka do it.
No, I just called food. And everybody makes fun of me. Like, you guys know what these guys do here.
Food. So Yuka's got the wild dog contact who called down perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, as Julie says, the young guys on the team will keep us older boys on our toes.
We'll see.
No, we haven't. We definitely. Oh, there we go. Now you're gonna do a baboon. Next request.
Baboon? Oh, I can't do that.
Whoa! 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 But you know what? Have you not heard about baboons?
No, I recognize it. It's just, I don't know. I'm not the best with vocalization.
I'll tell you a story about baboons that I learned, and lions. Actually, another one of my best lion sightings happened in Botswana with lions and baboons. And this group of pride caught a troop of baboons out from one of the big open floodplains in the Okavango. And there was a termite mound with a big jackalberry and 2 small crotons or fever berries.
Yeah.
And 9 baboons got trapped up this tree, and the rest of the troop managed to make it to the edge of the island. Now, there was one of the most amazing guides who taught me a lot while I was growing up, and a man by the name of Steve. Unfortunately, he's passed, Kwalatala. And Steve telling the story would literally have everyone in stitches. So he says the baboons. So there's the baboons stuck in the tree with the lions underneath, and then there's baboons over here and baboons over here. So the baboons over there go, jump! And the baboons over there, don't jump! Another one goes, lion! Another one goes, where? And he goes, there! Jump! Baboon! No! Don't jump, lion! They're just shouting all their advice at each other. And eventually it didn't work out well for the 8 baboons in the tree because they jumped!
They jumped.
And got whacked by the lions.
No way.
And so there were 6 baboons in the big tree, and if they just stayed there, nothing would happen. And there were 2 big male baboons and a very short fever berry. So you and Mukuleki, those crotons that grow on the floodplain, those were the big leaves.
Yeah.
So they're not very tall trees.
Yeah.
So they were there. And the first female baboon that jumped, and the lions whacked it.
Oh, really?
The big male baboon just got up and went, no! And then another lioness just came and jumped and took him straight out of the tree.
Really?
And then the only survivor out of the 8 was the one male. And he literally just did this, and he took 2 branches.
No way.
And he just closed his eyes,
Really?
and he hid behind 2 branches while the rest of the 7 were devoured with all the others shouting everywhere else.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Baboons are actually quite powerful. I've seen them chase away cheetahs in the Mara.
Cheetah,
Cheetahs.
leopard.
Yeah.
Most leopards will stay away
Yeah, I
from
mean, there have
baboons.
been kills, reported kills of leopards, like baboons killing leopards. So they are very strong and huge canines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellie Belly. I've had a lot of practice at my different animal noises, but since I was very little, my dying buffalo is also pretty spot on. Gnu for you. One day I'll write a book, Judy, one day. But yeah, and we've also got a special guest, a return guest. So I'm going to chase Dylan away. You're going to be seeing a lot more of him in the not too distant future. One of our favorite people to come part of the, I suppose Bavu is still part of the extended pack. So come say hello to everyone, Bavu. Okay, everyone wants to hear the dying buffalo. So while the guys swap their microphones. Works really well to bring lions across boundaries from where I can't drive. I've never done that. I would never do anything like that. Hi, Bub.
Hello everyone.
Lovely to have you back visiting.
It's been a great time back. A lot of things have changed. For example, Brent wears shoes now. So I'm still trying to see where everything is now. And I love this studio. But yeah, it's a pleasure to be back visiting you guys.
Well, Vimpy says, how's it? Lots of people saying hi. So Bavu decided he needed a break from big city life.
Yeah, you can only take so much of it, and then you need to take some time off. And this has been the best way to kind of detox from all of that.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to be here.
And it's always great to have. But Bavu actually even directed the show this morning.
I did.
It was quite nice having Bavu. I think VM just wanted to go back to bed, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'm glad I can still help around. There's new changes and a few things that I can't really do yet, but I'm glad I can help where I can.
And you're always welcome, but it's always great to have. You've got to do an animal sound now, Bav.
No, I can't really, guys.
Come on.
All I hear is car noises in the system. So, that's the best I can do is maybe a car sound for you.
Well, give us a Joburg fish eagle. You don't know, Joe? I was at a bird lecture once, and someone's car alarm went off, and the lecturer went, "That's a Joburg fish eagle." Tony says, very glad you're able to detox like that, Bavu. Catherine thinks I should be doing animal sounds for animated movies.
You're really good at it, so you should.
Yeah, I'll keep it for bringing lions in a bit closer. Sharon wants to know who makes Brent behave. No one.
No one. Unfortunately, no.
Kennedy Ann says, we've missed you, Bavu. Welcome back.
Missed you guys too, and yeah.
So, Bavu, what have you been up to? Everyone's asking here.
I have been an on-site IT technician, and then part of the reason why I actually left, and I didn't say goodbye for those of you who remember, it was to go out and try to gain more experience in the field I'm in, which is IT, and then so I can come back one day and hopefully be more of value to the team. So what I've been doing mostly is just on-site work as an IT technician. That's pretty much it since then.
Africa Sky, yes, my mother makes me behave. I'm scared of her. She is called the dragon for good reason, and she's got a mean forearm. Oh, no hyena vocals.
No.
We'll do. While we say goodbye, come on, give a hyena a try. Oh, come on, you know. Ooh. But don't you know the one here? He goes,
The one's weird.
yeah.
And it just keeps going.
Oh, he's got a weird voice. There's the one on Leadwood that used to be my favorite. He used to woohoo. It was a woo girl. Woo woo. But anyway, if you want to go listen to hyenas, go watch the live cam. And of course, a very big thank you to all of our patrons, our sponsors, Lead Lenser, Rogue, and there's some exciting stuff coming with that as well. And keep an eye out for that hyena den cam being upgraded. It's been wonderful spending our Saturday evening. For a lot of you, your Saturday morning. I hope you have a rest of a wonderful weekend. And I think I'm seeing quite a few of you on Sunday afternoon for the next live virtual safari. From all here at the Painted Dog Pack. Lots of love, and we'll see you soon. Mwah!